Changing some shit up around here. Some exciting news came in. Oh fuck, I forgot. Fuck. Gotta turn off the light here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Mark always decides to microwave his shit, his tea, right before we start. Like it's nobody's fucking business. He's not even in the room. Finally decides to show up, huh? No. Well, put him on camera.
You can kick it up. I'm just making my tea.
I already did.
Oh. By talking shit about them? That's your specialty anyway.
The only way I know how to do it.
That's right. Alright.
You say alright like you're over here.
Where were we?
I'm not even a friend.
Nice and hot. Alright. On with the show.
Good morning.
Morning to you too.
How you doing?
What do you mean how I'm doing? How you doing? That's just some more joke for you. She said New Yorkers are very aggressive. We don't even say how you doing. It's like, how you doing? How am I doing? How you doing? It's like, whoa. I hope that's not real.
Your mom's pretty aggressive in New York. That's what you just did.
A little bit. Anyway, it's a beautiful day to be in America.
It's gonna snow. It's gonna snow today.
Yes, it is.
A lot.
It's gonna snow a lot.
I think the biggest snowstorm since 2014 or 2013.
Yeah.
It's a lot of snow coming down on us.
Yeah.
Thank God we just got our boiler replaced last night or yesterday.
Oh, they finally fixed it, so now you're gonna have heat all the time?
No.
No?
It still turns off at night. Which I like. I like it. It's nice because like now I don't have to open my window because it's gets freezing in my room at night. And then when I wake up, it's warm. Because they turn it on at around 6 a.m. That's alright.
That's good. I could not do that.
I'm all cozied up.
I need it nice and hot all the time.
Mark's picky like that.
Why is it that I'm picky? Why couldn't it be that you're picky?
So on the chopping block, we should update. A lot of good things happened this week. Mark's email's working. Are you talking to the woman today? She booked you, didn't she? 8%.
8%.
Ridiculous.
I love
ridiculous.
that. 8%.
That's her nickname now.
8%.
Mark and I have nicknames for everyone.
8%.
Everybody has nicknames.
Oh my god. 8%.
Start calling somebody AirPods.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, this was.
You know, my grandparents, they would wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and they would just talk.
Wow, that's a lot of ginger tea in there.
Yeah. They would just like talk and talk and talk until they decide to get up at like 6:30 or 7. And then at nights they would talk for like an hour before they both passed out.
That's really healthy.
And they never ever call anyone by their names. They had fucking code names for everyone.
That's great. That's the way.
Me and my brother would like listen to them, like we
through the door.
Yeah, because he wanted to sleep with me for a very very long time, and then we had our own room because it was a massive house. Yeah. But then he always wanted to like be in the same bedroom as me, so I was like, alright, fine. And so we just like listen to them and laugh to ourselves like every night and every morning.
You never knew who they were talking about.
Never.
That's good. They knew. They're clever too.
They're really really good. That's how I learned that. Like you never call someone out of their name. Like it's crazy.
With us, we don't even need to call them by a nickname. Sometimes we just look at each other and we're like, oh, that person.
Oh yeah. Fucking. But anyhow, so I don't know. Stef has a new plan. I don't know what it is. So maybe we should start with the social media first, and then segment it.
We're changing shit up around here. No, actually, we shouldn't start with the social. That'll be last. Okay. I want to catch up on what happened.
Okay. I felt very very hopeful because like as we kept doing the email, so basically I have one email to start out, and I would send
a very good one.
Yeah, like we worked on it.
Listen, credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of bites.
Yeah.
He's written a lot of emails.
Yeah.
This one.
So, we worked on it a lot. We refined it a lot. And I like the way that I did it because I started on the outer borrowers, like the less important ones, like the people, the realtors who typically wouldn't go for staging, so I could refine the thing, because the more feedback you get, you realize what works and what doesn't work. So I started with the Bronx and Jersey and Queens, and by the time I got to Brooklyn, Manhattan, it was very good. So we're getting a lot of responses.
I can't believe how many realtors there are in this city.
I know, right? Every time I'm like, okay, I've touched everyone who's like, everyone who is somebody, because everybody in New York has their real estate license and works for Compass. But like the big dogs, it's a lot of them.
But there's so many.
Yeah,
it's like a never-ending list.
I need to figure out where the Hamptons MLS is.
What the Hamptons MLS is?
Yeah, because it's not Street Easy.
Sotheby's.
No, that's a company.
No, I know.
But they
list it directly on their site.
Compass agents list with Sotheby's.
No. Sotheby's, like, a lot of the stuff out there in the Hamptons that I've seen is all Sotheby's, like, for the most part. Like, that's what I've seen.
They're massive Compass agents, and every
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no.
Steph, did you hear the question I asked? This
is what MLS. Steph does. Maybe there isn't an MLS. Maybe it's just like you go on the actual sites.
Maybe that would be a better answer, or maybe you can just say you don't know and just don't jump in.
Just said that, yeah. Okay.
Because like Street Easy that I use, it's Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, and then parts of like Staten Island and Jersey. It doesn't include the Hamptons. It doesn't include Connecticut. So I definitely want to figure out the Hamptons and Connecticut.
Right.
Because we could do phenomenal work out there.
It's listed on a few different sites.
Okay.
Looks like.
So I'll get to that today.
Maybe you should just go directly on the listings.
What do you mean?
Like directly to the company's sites, like LMN, Sotheby's, Compass.
Okay, that's an option.
Yeah. Diane Sachi. What was this? Revealing Hamptons real estate. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so I refined it by going outside first. So I think that's like a really good strategy that most companies can use. It's like when you're doing your outreach, you start with the lesser clients first while you're learning. Yeah. You know, you cut your teeth on like the lesser ones.
And they're gonna be the hardest to get too because they don't get emails like that.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They're gonna be the hardest to get because nobody ever does staging for stuff like that.
Oh. Yeah, we realize that the lower budget people are the most difficult. and with anything, people who don't have money give you the biggest hassle, or the people with the least talent are the most insecure. So the
stark contrast from yesterday. That was ridiculous.
So we learned that, or like that was something that I knew when I put it into practice and it worked. So that's a really pro tip right there. That's number one. Number two, I was very open, very limber. Like there was a guy, my first follow-up email, because I wrote everything, like the initial contact, then the first follow-up, then the second follow-up. One of the guy wrote, so the first follow-up, I'm sorry, it says, I noticed that you opened the email that I sent you on Monday.
Rough. I didn't know that. Let the record state, I did not know Mark was doing this.
You didn't know I was doing anything. You had very little input on this, so
That
just
is
relax. You see?
Let the record show.
If something good happens, it's we, but if it's something bad happens,
I would not have signed off on him sending,
That's
I see that you
absolutely not
opened up the
true.
email.
That's not true. He would have said okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Because I'm a ridiculous person.
So I wrote, I noticed that you opened the email that I sent you on Monday, and I'm going to take it that gesture means that you're interested, but I didn't get a follow-up, so I'm reaching out to see like how you like the service. A guy responded to me and he was like, hey Mark, this doesn't freak me out, but a lot of real estate realtors are not like tech savvy, so they don't understand that there are programs and softwares that actually can like tell you if the person opened it, so it will freak a lot of people out. So
people
you might
be like,
not want to say that.
Is this guy stalking me?
Yeah, so you might not want to say that. So I immediately took that out and thanked the guy. Never heard back from him because he's like, this one is a newbie and an amateur, and I don't want anything to do with him.
But it's okay.
But it's fine. He did his job. And I was humble enough.
We'll get him on the second round.
We'll get him on the second round.
That's what you gotta say, Because right now we're going through a lot of people, but that first, it's like any marketing. Sometimes it takes like 3 or 4, 5 touches before, especially for a service that we're selling.
It's like, really? You love what I'm doing? Because we spoke last year and you told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden now you want me?
Now you're interested, huh? And we're featured in all these places. Well, the price is double now.
Yeah.
So suck a dick.
Yeah. It's like there's this model whom I really, really love. She was like, she's the face of Burberry and Fossil and some other like really, really big brands. She walked in the Victoria's Secret show for 2 seasons, and she goes, she's like very, very short, like 5'7", and so
short.
I mean, for
very,
a model,
very. Yeah, that is pretty short for a model. Oh my fucking god.
So she,
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Watch your face not be completely out of focus. Yep.
It's not out of focus.
So what was I saying?
Victoria's Secret 5'7".
Oh yeah. So she was like, she's been on like a million go-sees. A go-sees when you go to the designer's office and they look at you to see if they want you to model their work. And she's like, you didn't want me, and I came to see you like 5 times. All of a sudden, Burberry took a shot at me, and now every company wants me to be the face of their work. So that was really funny. So that's what happens to you in business. Nobody wants the unfounded person, but once somebody big co-signs you, then everybody jumps in. Okay, this one is ridiculous.
Come, it feels good. It's nice to feel money. It's nice to feel anything. Everyone wants to slice. It's about the early adopter thing. We had this conversation before. Yeah, so we had to take out money because we didn't want our bank account to take it all, so that we couldn't afford shit. Oh. It's not a flex, it's a we need to take it out.
Well, it's a flex because there's no need for it to be over here.
It just felt nice.
You know those people who...
I would never do that, Mark.
Okay.
I would never do that.
Except you just did, right?
As a joke. I was doing it ironically because we're that broke that we need to take money out of the bank so that our bank doesn't steal it from us.
Yeah, so we got some money. One client paid, and then there was a gift. And so we had to immediately pull it from the bank account because we owe every.
Oh, is that all of it?
Yeah.
Both together?
Yeah. So
1,100.
I don't know. I think it's like 1140 or something. I just like grabbed the money and ran.
Yeah.
Because like maybe they would have grabbed me on the way out of the bank and say, "Hey,
Give it back. Give it back."
It's like being broke and like having your card declined all the time and then having money. You never really get over that fear. It's like every time when they swipe the card at the tip, you're like, today's the day. It's gonna get declined, and I'm here with all my clients, all my friends, all my family. It's not gonna work. I know it.
And you know what's funny? It's on a black card with no limit. You have like 5 million in the bank, and you're like, this is gonna get declined. I'm gonna get declined. There's no way it's gonna go through. Today's the day. You look at the bill, and you're like.
Kevin Hart had a joke about that. He's like, come, wait. Let me come here. Let me talk to you. And they're like, it's approved. It's okay. No. Don't say anything. No, give me the check. Give me you fucking. Let me talk to you.
Get your ass over here. Better not fucking put that on the table or say shit. You fuck.
Thank God that has never happened to me.
Declined.
Yeah. I mean, I don't pay for a lot of dinners, but you know.
I don't. I played it off. Or I've given him the wrong card. You know what's okay? Being declined on a credit card is one thing. Being declined on a debit card is a totally different thing.
You know what happened to me the other night? Well, this is like a month and a half ago.
What?
I left the gym, and I went to Starbucks, and I asked for, of course, my strawberry acai, and it didn't work. It got declined, and I knew I had money on the card, but it got declined. And there was a woman behind me. She goes, "It's okay, babe. Put it on mine."
Aww.
And she was like, "Do you want a muffin?" I was like, "I would love a brownie."
Buy me one of everything.
I was like, "I would love a brownie."
Oh my god.
She laughed so hard. She's like, "Do you want a cup? Do you want a muffin?" It's like, "I would love a brownie."
She's sweet. That was
Put
nice.
on mine. And I love people who don't make you feel bad about it.
No.
Like when you ask someone to help you.
Don't do someone a favor and then like know that you're doing them a favor. Like make them know that you're doing them a favor. Just fucking do it if you want to be nice, and that's it.
It's like if you know that the person is hungry, or they don't have money for lunch, you don't have to say, "Hey, you don't have any money." Just be like, "All right, I'm going to lunch.
Yeah.
I got you today."
Just pay.
Yeah.
Or just fucking buy something, or send them the money, or do the thing. Don't ask for thanks.
Or if you know you're gonna help, but you put the person through the ringer, so why are you
Fuck
broke?
you.
Where's the money at? Like, so did you try this? Did you try that? I'm like, really?
So
it's like I'm looking for my phone. Did you look in your bag?
That's what my dad does.
Are you serious?
That's what my dad does.
Steph, stop bringing up your father.
Sorry.
Don't upset me.
Don't upset you. He's my father.
Well, you keep bringing it up. Obviously, it doesn't bother you. Anyway, if something upset me, I'm trying to forget it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you. So
anyway,
don't back
do
to the
shit.
emails.
Wait, let's get to like what we did. So we got really good responses. Like 4 or 5 responses, 6 responses.
So this is what I was doing. So every day.
Oh, just shut the fuck up.
Every day I would send 40 emails. So I was sending 40 emails from my personal account. I got really, really scared because when we were automating this using HubSpot, we got blocked.
Yeah.
So I was really, really fucking scared. And I didn't want to go too hard. Like I didn't want to do like 70, 80, 100 emails. How did we come up with the number 40?
That was like kind of like the limit. Like you don't want to send over 40 emails on a Gmail account.
Yeah. I think the number is 50, but I was like, let's go under that.
Yeah.
And then I created another email address. So my email is mark@creator.org. And then I created Mark R, because my last name is Rankine. So Mark R@creator.org. You know what's so funny? The Mark R is where all the good responses are. Yeah. So what I did was that I sent 40 from my personal, and then 40 from the Mark R, and I look at the responses, because like whenever I'm testing emails, I put them in different things, and then I follow up. Like you have to be very, very aggressive with your follow up. Like, so let's say if I send Monday, the first email on Monday, then I do the follow up on Thursday, and then the next follow up would be the next following Friday, right? The third follow up, or the second follow up, I should say. So it's initial, first follow up, second follow up.
Did that guy respond?
What guy?
The one you texted?
Steph, I'm trying to teach
Sorry.
you people the thing.
I'm sorry.
So that's a good method. So the first one is just introducing the business. This is what we offer. It doesn't really have any pictures, and I put the link to my calendar so they can. Oh, something else that we learned yesterday. I say in the first follow-up, I put an example. I'm like, hey, this is an example of 2 places that we've staged recently, and I put the 2 pictures, and I'm like, if you like what you see, book a consultation with me. Let's book a 10-minute call. And I don't say like Zoom or phone call. I want it to be Zoom because in person, it's better. And so yesterday we refined the thing even further, because I say, hey, let's book a 10-minute call, but then the link that I send is for a 30-minute call. And a woman called me out. She goes, hey, you say 10 minutes, but this one, it says 30. Like, what are we doing here? Is it 10 or 30? So I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here's the link. I fixed it. Whatever.
No.
Stef saved the day. Because I didn't know how to get into the thing. So, but.
Yeah.
What?
So I set him up with his scheduling for his meetings through HubSpot, and I also have it integrated on the pages on the website.
Wait, I'm sorry. By the way, now that we fixed the link, if
oh my
thing
God,
goes
I'm
through
gonna
the
fucking
roof,
kill him.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself, because that means that
I'll
it was
kill
a
you
30
before
minute,
you kill me. Before
it
you
means
kill
that it's a
yourself.
30-minute that was throwing people off, and I'll be like so mad.
Yeah.
I'd have to revisit everyone and be like, hey, 10-minute meeting, I promise.
Bitch. No, it's alright. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I just came up with an idea.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take, you know how cause his meeting link is through HubSpot, so, and it integrates on the site. So what I'm gonna do, I'll make him a separate booking page, but I won't need to do that, because what I can do is I'll just link your booking page, like your booking section where it's book you on the real estate page. I'll just link that directly to I'll just link that section of the site directly to the link. So when you click the link, it'll open straight to there.
Oh my God!
Like right on the booking area.
Oh my God! So they'll have to go to the website.
Yeah. Wow. And it'll be right there, so they can scroll up and down and look, and then they book you right on it.
Hey, and then we could get the red chicken rooster. What's that thing where it shows you what the person did on the site?
Red chicken? Mm-hmm.
What's it called? I know it's something to do with the chicken.
No, it's not.
What's it called?
It's something hot. Something.
Hot jar.
Yeah, hot jar.
Hot jar. Do you guys know Hot Jar? Hot Jar is like a software that like shows you like what people do on your site. So like where they're visiting, where they're clicking off, like where they're spending the most time. It like literally shows you like what they're doing.
I'm gonna also check the Google Analytics today on the site and see how we're looking.
Oh yeah, you should do that. We have money now, so does it cost money? I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
Everything with Google costs money.
No. Yeah, they have a lot of good services.
Yeah.
Do you see that like Facebook is getting super sued right now by all of the country?
Yeah.
We're 43 states.
Jesus Christ.
The Zucks is taking it deep right now, getting shafted.
You see, like that's the crazy thing.
They're making him sell off. They want to make him sell off Instagram. They want him to.
Too much.
They want him to break it up because
too
they're
much.
saying it's a monopoly.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna have grounds to stand on for that.
They don't need any grounds, Steph. Antitrust. Antitrust is this big, broad thing that you can just throw anything underneath that umbrella.
Sort of. I don't know. Zucks is a big guy though, Mark.
I would never want to get that big. Because it's just too much stress. You don't enjoy it. It's just too much.
Did you see the Trevor Noah joke where he's like, where they were talking about it and he's like, and they're like, so talk to me about Facebook, their privacy and everything. And he's like, yes, Senator, let me just pull up your history of the messages you sent to these people on Instagram. It's like, no, we can get everything dismissed.
Yeah, no. That's just
It's funny to me though. It's like it's just coming to people's attention.
Yeah.
Because people start using Facebook and stuff, and they don't know like what it is really. They have no clue.
But it's not even that. It has become a necessity.
Yeah. It's
So
also
that's
become a
not
monopoly,
okay.
basically.
I mean, I
And
understand
information.
if you have the biggest and baddest service, but like I
They've
don't
also
know.
been crushing other like they've been crushing competitions. It's not fair. Like they keep like stepping on the small guys or buying them.
Yeah.
So it's not very good. Anyways, but yeah, let's get back to it.
Yeah. So the emails have been working really well, and also now old clients have been reaching out and saying like, hey, we
Yeah.
want to work with you. So that's really good.
So,
I have a lot of like shit to update into HubSpot. I think I'm gonna do that like tonight. I want to go home before the snow starts.
yeah, no, around 2:00. That's when it starts.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be like full blast by 3.
No, it's gonna be full blast by 7.
Is it? Is
But-
that what it?
yeah.
Oh, I got
And I
different
think
information.
my thing says it's gonna start at.
Mine said it started at 1.
Yeah, 40% at 3 p.m.
Oh, mine says at 1.
Look at it right now. I don't think that's true.
Hey Google, what time is the snow gonna start?
PM and continuing through the night.
Yeah,
I guess it
4 p.m.
changed.
It didn't change, Stef. You didn't look.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Winter warning. I love it when it starts to sound like this.
You do.
I wish I had someone to pull me behind a car. On a snowboard. That'd be a lot of fun. Winter from 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. this afternoon. See?
Where are you getting that from? You just
On the
looked at
warning.
thing.
On the warning. The warning says from 2 p.m.
No, they want people to start heading home at 2 p.m.
Oh.
It's not gonna start snowing at 2.
What? Heavy snow expected, total snow accumulated 8 to 14 miles an hour with wind gusts as high as 45 miles an hour. Can you imagine being on like 5th Ave or on 8th Ave, I mean?
What's on 8th Avenue?
It's like 7th and 8th Ave or Broadway become like, because of all the
The
tall
wind
buildings,
tunnels.
they become wind tunnels. So it's just like all the wind gets funneled in and like speeds up.
I feel sorry for all the people who like the fruit vendors and stuff. They stay out there.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like when I lived on the Upper East Side, there was this guy. He was in front of the Martin Williams supermarket, and he was there all the time,
Yeah.
all day, all night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't you go home? Like, and he just like bundled up and he just goes to sleep on the side of the street. I'm like, who's buying fruits at 4 a.m.? Like, why don't you go
Gotta
home?
support your family.
Jeez.
Yeah, commitment, man. But yeah. Ah, shit. We might have to go into the city today, or I might go.
For what? For the camera?
Camera.
Yeah.
I'd love to get it now, right?
So right after this, we'll call
Here's the thing I was thinking about though. Should we get it?
Are you serious? What kind of fucking question is that?
It's the end of the. It's like halfway through the month and
Stuff, shitty rentals are always happening.
I know,
So what's your question?
but it's like the holidays, so I don't know who's taking off or anything. It's like,
Shitty rentals are
do you think
always
it's gonna
happening.
we're gonna have jobs?
Yes. Shitty rentals are always happening.
Because we're gonna need to make 3,000.
Shitty rentals are always happening. Because what are you gonna do? You have to invest the money, Steph. What are you gonna fucking do?
Yeah,
don't
you
understand
invest
what
money
you're saying.
over the shit, over your bases, no?
So look. So what we'll do now, we'll use this money that we have and we'll pay our bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then what do we do after that?
Hopefully get a job. Hopefully get a fucking staging job.
Okay. Let's move on. So
You think we're gonna be able to get one by the end of the month?
Well, if you're saying that we can't even get shit rentals to shoot, how are we gonna get a staging job?
Anyway.
Okay.
Um.
So this is what we've been doing. We've been getting a lot of really, really good responses. I've been very diligent about following up with everybody. You have to figure out a system. Like when you're doing emails and stuff, you have to figure out a system, like to know who you need to follow up with. If someone says, hey, take me off your list, or if someone says something aggressive back, you need to know how to get rid of that person's info out of your thing, or how to soften them. Like for me, I send them an email and I say, you know, hey, this is my story. Two young guys started a company, we're reaching out, someone gave you a shot and all we're asking you is for a shot too. And they typically soften. I've never gotten a, what the fuck, did you not hear what I said? I don't want to speak to you. I've never gotten that. Most people are like pretty receptive. I think it's because we're dealing with realtors and everyone has to come through somebody. So they're more like open to that kind of, not sob story, but they're more open to that kind of reasoning.
It's not as corporate.
Not even that, but like if you're messaging like a regular consumer, they don't care about you.
No, they don't.
But these people, like, they came through somebody and then they built and clawed and found a mentor and got a break, and so they're
Same thing with corporate people. Like, no, different with corporate. It's like nobody gave them a shot. It's like they clawed their way to the top. Like literally, they fought for it. So it's not, you're not gonna get the same reception.
Yeah. I mean, we think.
Yeah.
But,
Anyways. But we did a walkthrough yesterday.
We did a walkthrough yesterday. So the woman, another big learning moment. So we did the art install, our first art install ever, for this woman, Yael, and her team over at Element.
Douglas Element.
No, it's just Element.
Is it? They lost Douglas?
I think so. It's like Celino and Barnes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Celino died in a airplane accident, helicopter accident. Whoa. Okay. You think the other Barnes killed him and his daughter? Anyway.
Listen, Mark. I didn't say anything.
Look. So now it's just Barnes. But anyway.
No, it's not just Celino.
No, it's just Celino. So Barnes died. Celino killed Barnes, according to Stef. So we did the install for her, and it was just supposed to be for 6 months. We did it in January.
It's supposed to be for 3 months.
No, 6 is what we
Whatever.
put it on. So 6 months, and it was now like October, and I reached out to them and I was like, hey, can we get our art back? If you would like to keep it, then, because our art really made the space. It was very, very beautiful, really, really over the top, everything. And I was like, hey, so we would love to, come in and grab the art. If you would like it, you can rent it, and we can like work out some numbers. They were like, no, we don't have any money, we can't do it. Just give us like another month. So okay, fine. We'll give you another month. The other month came and they're like, no, please, can we just keep it until December? We don't know what to do. This place is hard to move, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I really don't like this situation. It feels wrong. It feels like you're using me, but I'm gonna work with you as much as I can, this and that, whatever. Yeah. Steph was very upset with the people. They're like, no, we should be stronger with them, this and that. I was like, no, you don't ever burn bridges. Also, I said to the woman, hey, if you're gonna take advantage of me, give me something in return. We do staging. Give me a staging job. Jackie has a lot of listings. I know she used stagers. Like, fucking help me. And so we set up the meeting with Jackie, who's like the top woman. And Jackie, we spoke, and she was like, yeah, I would love to use you, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, but it's not like every day that you get a staging job, so you have to just wait until we get it. But I'll promise you that I'll make you put in a proposal. And I was like, that's all I ask. And so, but she's like, I'm notoriously cheap, and that's why I don't use stagers a lot, because it's too expensive for what it brings. And I was like, okay. They even like proposed like to do a blast, like an email blast. Like, we can add you to a newsletter, put a little thing to say creator.
Both Mark and I were like, get the fuck out of here.
Really? Like, your 14,000
I don't give a fuck about your shitty contacts.
So, no, we did not like that idea. And so we were like, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But yesterday, So, oh my God. So I got all dressed up yesterday because we had another walkthrough scheduled for yesterday. The woman called in the middle of early in the morning and she was like, no, we have to cancel this.
Which
blah,
is
blah, blah,
alright,
blah.
because that place
fine.
was ridiculous.
But I was dressed up. I was like, I have a hard day and somebody's getting fucked. So I was dressed up. I was ready. You know, and then Yael called. I was really down because I sent those screenshots to Stef.
I was in Lowe's
Wait,
at the time. It's fine. I was in Lowe's at the time getting something because the C-stand over here holding this light was falling apart, so I had to get a new bolt. And I was in the store and Mark texted me the screenshot of like this woman canceling. He's like, we can never get a break, and I'm like, fuck.
I literally followed up the picture with, it's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
And then like 2 seconds later, Mark sends me another screenshot saying from Yael going, come do a walkthrough today. And with her, it's like serious because like the last place we did was $7 million, and this place is gonna be around the same. And it's even bigger than the last.
Yeah, it's 2 floors.
It's 2 floors. Like, yeah, it's not a bad apartment, honestly.
Yeah, the ceilings are very low.
It's pretty low, but we can definitely get around.
Yeah,
that.
we can really, really fix it up. It needs a little bit of work, but we can really work. We can fix it.
A lot of rugs.
Yeah.
A lot of rugs on the basement, the ground floor.
On the first floor.
On the first floor, because it needs to feel like a home. Because right now it does not.
Yeah.
And a lot of very low furniture. Very, very. Look at us. We're already using our tricks that we learned and our tips. Putting mirrors, making the space feel bigger, and this and that. Adding different lights. That place is gonna need a lot of lighting. A lot of floor lamps.
Yeah.
Like nice bright white floor lamps to fix that shit.
Yeah. It's very dark because it's completely surrounded.
I want to go
buildings.
above and beyond too. Like get a TV and put the TV up and and put a lot of beautiful artwork everywhere.
Those big mirrors that we saw.
I'm gonna figure out a way that I can.
I just had the craziest idea, Stef.
What?
Oh my God! We need to team up with like a really cheap furniture guy because we could get one of those like giant IKEA mirrors and then put the frame around it ourselves.
What frame?
Like any kind of frame. Like how we saw it at those places. So yesterday we went to like all the super ultra luxury furniture store. And they have these like massive like 7-foot mirrors with these like amazing frames.
Mark has no idea what size is. They're like 10 foot tall.
Okay.
They're literally massive.
Okay.
And like 5 foot wide.
Yeah. So we could get some of those at IKEA and just frame it really nicely.
Yeah.
Right?
We can figure it out.
No? You don't like that idea? Okay.
I also think we can just find
Oh my God! Or we could go to Remy and he could upholster something for us.
Not.
Okay, fine. We can find a better upholster.
That's a contact that I don't know if I want to use.
You mentioned Remy yesterday.
Yeah,
so
as a
fuck
joke.
You. Anyway, so we have a friend named Remy. He does like upholstery. So we could find another upholsterer and like have them do it, because like if you just get a piece of wood and you wrap it with a leather. And you can do it, make it look exactly like these people.
That is true.
I'm put that on my list to find an upholsterer.
Okay, hold on a minute here. Wait a minute. What is it? What are you doing?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
That's a rap reference for those of you who follow rap music.
Oh, this is a 4. That's not bad though.
What? Are you looking at cameras?
I just got an email back from a Craigslist.
Nice. What did they say?
Well,
why did I open my phone?
It includes a lot of stuff. It's a little bit scary, but it's also in New Rochelle.
That's fine. How much is it?
It's
New
not that
Rochelle is
far.
30 minutes away.
Yeah. It's $1,500.
No, so we don't need all the fixings then.
He said he's selling it as a bundle, but it includes a lens.
We can't afford it, Stef. Unless you want to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah. And it's also the 5D Mark IV rather than the 6D Mark II.
We have to pay the insurance.
Yeah. He said he can do a little better on the price.
He did?
Yeah.
Alright, so tell him to ask him what is his number and we'll just call him after. Or we can call him right now. Ask him what his number is. Give me your number.
That's not bad. Stefan, this is a bundle together. I could probably do better on the price, but it's set together. If you're so interested, let me know.
What's your number?
Hey, comma, I'm definitely still interested. What's the best you can do on the price for the whole bundle? Question mark.
Stef, get his number.
Yeah, what's the best you can do on the price for the whole bundle?
Stef, get his number and just wrap this up in 5 minutes. You're gonna go back and forth with this person all day?
I already told him he can call me. I guess he doesn't want to.
You gave him your number?
Yes. I told him explicitly in the bottom, I'm like, hey, call me when, but he emailed me back. So
Bro, these people are ridiculous. It's like they go back and forth all day. It's like, let's have a 5-minute phone call. I just take the shit offline. Fuck.
I want to be quick though, because these people they're a little tricky.
Alright, I have my first meeting at 10:30. Who is Ari? Oh fuck, guy from my BNI. Have a meeting. Who is Ari? Who's the person I have this meeting with?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of shit to do today. But yeah, we did the walkthrough. It looks good. The place looks good. I think we said all the right things. The woman was interested.
This guy wants to move the Zoom meeting that we have scheduled. The director for the Frolic team.
Oh shit.
He's
What
like-
the fuck?
He's waiting for a COVID test. He just came back from Mexico.
Bitch.
So
Anyway.
yeah. So talk about social media. So we are doing
Yeah.
well on the
The leads.
on the leads. We have a lot of like really good things
Yeah.
cooking.
We really need something to hit though. Need it to hit this month. And it will. We're gonna hit. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, social media. We're gonna do this show twice a week. And we're gonna base everything around this show. And we're gonna structure it a little bit better. So it'll be a little bit more informative. Oh, fuck, let me pull up my plan here. Fuck. There it is. Alright, so yeah, this show's gonna be twice a week. And then we're gonna revolve around that. We're gonna post mostly on Instagram. I'm gonna start bringing this D cam with me places, or maybe even the 70D. I don't know. But we're gonna start bringing. I'll start bringing a camera around with me so we can shoot stuff on the go. That's weird. And yeah, we're gonna both of us are gonna do one video a week for our personal YouTubes from now on. Yeah. So that'll be another point of content, and then we'll repost everything we post on Instagram through Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, and then I think we're gonna hold off on the going live for now. We'll because I'll edit down the shows and everything like that. I think we can go back live when we actually have a team that we're working with every day. Yeah.
I don't know.
I want it to be manageable, Mark, because we have a lot of other shit to do other than this. And I want it to be like, so we can actually be able to do it. And then I want to do a Q&A section, like a Q&A session once a week between, we can do a live or whatever of us two talking and answering questions. Yeah, that's basically it. It's simple. I want to keep it simple.
So what's the benefit of doing it twice a week versus every day?
Because I'm going to be able to edit down all the content.
What does this mean?
It's going to be better structured, so we'll have to get into the details about that, about how to actually structure the whole show. We'll have like a little itinerary, and then because we're only doing it twice a week, I'll only have like 2 hours of content to go through and edit, and then I can actually use all the clips from that show and put them out all the time, rather than having like all this like every single day content, and it's like a lot of us talking about nothing. So I think it's better that we consolidate that down into 2 days. What do you think?
I always want to make sure that when we make decision, it's not because like, oh, it's too much work. It must be that it makes more sense, and it can't be it's too much work.
It does make more sense. There's no way, like, you can't. I don't think people are like. It's just not much going on in these live streams. Like, it's not that I don't enjoy doing them, but I think we can get a much better quality content out of doing it a little bit less frequently. You know what I mean? And having it planned out a little bit more.
I don't know, man, because the people whom I respect, like Joe Rogan does like a show he almost does it every day. And these are 3 or 4 hour conversations, and they're not edited. And he's just having conversations with these people. There's no itinerary, nobody's prepped. You know, you just go into it. What's it called? There's so many like daily podcasts that are like full length. Are you gonna stop doing that? And Gary Vee does stuff every day. He has a thing that he puts out every day with his team. So I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just saying it has to be, because it's like, it makes more sense, best practice. Are you tired?
No, I'm just yawning. Oh my god.
Doesn't that typically mean that you're tired?
I'm
Careful,
just bored
Stef.
of you.
Alright,
Why do you
fine.
seem so mad?
I'm not mad. You know what? This is what I always ask. Is it because we're being lazy, we don't want to do the work, or it actually makes more sense? It sounds like we're trying to cut the work down, and it doesn't make sense. That part to me doesn't make sense. I'm not saying yes or no. It cannot be because it's too much work.
It's not. It makes more sense to me to do 2 shows a week. And then we can focus on those 2 episodes being the best that they can be.
See, this is the issue with me. Like, a lot of people make decision, or they work with people like this. I don't trust people, so I'm gonna learn the thing myself, become an expert at it, so you can't trip me up. For me, I'm like, I want a team that I can just shut that part of myself off, hyper focus in what I'm doing, so I trust you to do the best job. But sometimes it's a little tricky, and it's almost like, all right, should I get more involved in this? Because like, I don't know, because maybe if I could help you, then we wouldn't be having these conversations. And I just think that social media is such an important part of what we're doing. Like right now, like even if we end up like this next year coming, like we do 3 jobs a month, and each job is bringing us like 20K. 3 times 20, that's 6. 6 times 12, that is 60, right? If we're doing 600 grand in profit, we could triple that if we take social media very, very seriously. And that's what I'm talking about. And with social media, when it comes down to Stef, that's horrible for sound. Is it not? If we really, really focus on that and really make that like a material part of the business, we can have both incomes. And that's what I'm talking about. But if you're gonna cut it down, Stef, if you're gonna say let's do minimum because like we can't do the work, it's just not fucking true. Like right now, if I were you, I would throw myself into the social, because like the website is done and you're kind of like rudderless, which is why you're kind of like not focused, because it's like, all right, what am I supposed to be doing every day? No?
Most of the show, Mark, is filler.
Stef, that's how people get to know you. People don't fall in love. People don't love Cardi B. They loved her on social and they fell in love with her. So now, no matter what she puts out, people love it because they met her. And I think that would be the same for us. Yes, a lot of it is like us talking about ourselves and our days and who we are and our backgrounds. And that is what people are going to fall in love with. The people who are watching the show are not going to fucking hire us for staging. But they're going to follow us and come to seminars and workshops and webinars because they're like, I like these people. And there's something in Stef that I identify with, and there's something with the other one that I identify with too.
Not even gonna say your own name.
And I just think it's imprudent to say, okay, let's, because it's not where I think the money's gonna come from. I just think that's not.
I'm not
smart.
saying that. You're making so many assumptions.
I'm not making any assumptions, Stef, but the fact that you're scaling back so materially and dramatically.
I'm not scaling back. I'm focusing in.
We don't need to focus. Social media is not about focus, Stef. It's not so much like a lot of people who will be tuning in. I promise you, they will never start a business, but they like it. They like the banter. They like us. It's true. How many people watch Gary Vee every day and they're not doing shit, but they still buy K-Swiss. They still buy the book.
Wait a second. Give me a second here. Aren't you the one that's always like, you gotta be nice to your fans?
I'm not saying, Stef, I'm being nice, but I'm saying, like, how many of his people are running businesses?
That's true.
They come to the seminar, they pay $1,000 for the ticket, and they go. They're not gonna do shit. They're gonna go home and go back to playing video games, but they'll watch him every day and buy every merch. So I don't know what we're talking about here. Can't be the work. It cannot be the work. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the work. So let's not.
All right, fine.
Let's go back to the drawing board.
All right, fine. So then we'll stick to the daily.
No, go back to the drawing board. Rework it.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. And then that means we can do daily then, because it's not hard. And we'll put it out on social, we'll keep going with the lives. And
I think what would be great
what?
is if you teamed up with Amaris in like a really, really material way. You're doing the mastermind and she's just actually executing. You're putting the stuff together and she's responsible for posting it, commenting back on the people who comment. I'm gonna tap Connor. We're gonna give him a $200 and say, hey, give me like 4 or 5 shout outs, because he knows the biggest influencers and he promised that he would have helped me.
Let's build a little bit of a base first.
Yeah. King Sumo. I'm very pro all of these things, Steph. I'm not gonna fucking waste my time. Like, if I'm focused on getting this money in here and you're focusing on getting our faces out there, I don't wanna fucking do it for 2 people.
Alright. Be a little bit more receptive. That was my goal this year. To be more open.
This year.
Be less judgmental.
And it's just kicking in now at the end of December.
I had to build the base. And now it's happening.
Alright. Okay.
That's not very nice, Mark.
Okay.
We're gonna do it, okay?
Look.
And we'll keep up with the daily, and I'm gonna start cutting down. I'll start cutting down on everything.
I think if you want it to be a little bit more focused, I don't like when it's like super scripted and we know exactly what we're gonna say, this and that. But because it doesn't flow, you're like checking your notes all the time. Am I on schedule? This no.
Yeah.
But what I think what would be good is if we came a little bit early in the morning and then we like both, okay, this I want to touch on this, I want to touch, and like so like every morning I have my thing written down, like, okay, I need to tell them this and tell them that and whatever.
Yeah.
So if we could come together and do like a quick 5-minute powwow,
Sure.
we can do that.
I'd love to be able to manage the stream from here.
Well, you can't use the iPad, like
No.
no.
You need, because it needs to stream off the computer. You need to be able to control OBS.
So how would we do that?
Run it off a laptop, like a plugged-in laptop.
Okay, so we'll get a laptop.
Well, I'm gonna get one for myself when I have the money,
Okay.
and I can run it off that.
Okay.
Because I really do need. Mine's like not doing great, and I'm gonna, if we're doing traveling and stuff, and like we're gonna be going places and shooting other places other than here, like I need a new laptop.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Cool. So that's great. I have a call in 5 minutes. My day's filled with fucking Zooms.
And I'll just go through what I have real quick, because
Yeah.
you're doing all meetings, right?
Yeah.
I have to link your meeting page, your booking page to your thing.
I love that idea so much.
Yeah.
It's so smart.
I'm gonna do I have to make the proposal for EIL.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna make a new email signature.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
said you were gonna do that.
Make the brand a little bit more cohesive. And then we have to talk to Amaris, new intern. I actually did that yesterday. Organized all that, and I spoke to Jay. The shoot's gonna be next week. I told him probably Monday. Be a good day.
Okay.
So he'll be in here like all day.
I'll help you.
Yeah, and then social
You
media
have to give him a
research.
time schedule though, Stef,
I
because you
did.
know Jay will come and just hang out all day.
It will be an all day thing.
For how many looks? For what?
For like 4 looks.
All day for 4 looks? No.
plus video though. It's not like all day 8 hours. It's alright.
No, it's not. Because half of it is gonna be a fucking waste of time. Stef, no. We'll go through that, but
Okay,
no.
great. And yeah, and then I'm gonna keep just cutting up the content that I have. And that's it. We'll get a little bit more organized here with this because I organized all the content already. So let's start cutting it up and all that, and
Yeah.
from all the previous shows, and build up that little like exported base of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I really
I like organized. Also, for anybody who's a video editor, photographer, people who work with big files and a lot of them, get an organization system down for yourself that makes sense. Do not just dump files in folders and dump exports in folders. Have a system for yourself, because you will fuck yourself later on. And have a backup.
Oh yeah.
And don't.
Oh my god.
Every young fucking person, you know, who starts in video and shit, they always run and they're like, oh, I need the new gear and this and that. I need the new camera, the new lens. No, what you need is a lot of hard drives that are actually hardwired into your computer, that are server hard drives that aren't going to die on you.
Yeah.
And if you're going to keep things on the move with you, keep them on SSDs, not hard drives. SSDs don't corrupt as much, and always have everything backed up.
Do you remember when we had a scare?
Yeah, so that's what I did. I was running out of space, and I knew I needed to get the hard drive, but like we were putting it off because of money. And then the drive decided to fucking like start rattling and shaking and making all these noises. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. I almost cried because all of our content was on there, like 2 terabytes worth. And luckily I was able to get it off and put it onto a hard drive then a few days later, but
Yeah.
that was
really
terrifying.
scary. It was really, really
It's been
scary.
all of our content.
You can literally hear it like.
Yeah, the discs inside are not good, so just invest in good storage. High quality storage. Same thing with SD cards. High quality storage. But yeah.
Yeah.
definitely,
Alright. Well, this is good.
Yep.
Feel good?
Feeling good.
I feel great. So yeah. Oh my god. It's 1 minute until the
Okay.
meeting.
Yeah.
Alright. Any last words?
No.
Nope. I love you. And I love you.
Alright, we gotta get this changed up.
Alright. Can I run to the bathroom? Can you help me with this?
Just go. I have to go too, but I'll get everything set